Hey guys, what's going on? How's everybody doing? Thanks for being here. Sorry I'm 6 minutes late. I tried to be here right at 9, but trying to be more consistent. None of you guys are even here yet either. That's fine. All right, so let's see what's going on. Let's look at the market while we're waiting for people to show up. There's somebody, Marcus or Mark. Hello, whichever one of you guys it is. The other one will probably be along soon. Market's crazy this morning. I wouldn't be surprised if less people are here. That's fine because people are having to adjust their account. I mean, the NASDAQ's down 2%. We left behind a big, nasty freaking gap this morning. Or so far it's open. I mean, we'll see if it stays open. I might as well put it there. So the gap rules, just to refresh everyone's memory, you go in the direction of the gap, especially if it's not filled by the end of the day. So that gap is providing short-term bearish pressure on the market. Now, if the bulls take it back, it's especially by the end of the day or even halfway back, they even get into it and close in it on the highs or something. That would look a lot better. But if we close on the lows, then let's say we close right where we are right now, then any rallies back up into here next week, in my opinion, would be good short-term, maybe places to look for a short. But who knows? We could be back at all-time highs by Monday. This market's so crazy, you never know. You never know, but other things being equal, I wish that wouldn't have happened. All right, SPYs, Qs, but it was the right instinct not to put on the any Thursday earnings trades. But my calls are dead. I had the smart idea to buy the dip this week. Those are dead. They expire today, and I need 450. So there's 650 is a six, or it was a 640, 650 spread. So I need, what did I pay for it? $1.50 or something. So I need 651. It ain't happening. It ain't happening. Anyway, be that as it may, that's all good. Okay, we got the gaps filled in. Darn the GME. That's going to be a loser for me also. Google. The last time I did really well, frankly, was in April, but it was just because I had a hedge on before the sell-off started, and I rolled it several times. But maybe I'll start doing better if the market turns around for a while, but I don't want that to happen. Heck, so, I mean, look at old Russell. Heck, what is Russell doing? Russell's getting killed this morning, down 3%. I guess the jobless number makes it more, or the jobs number makes it either more or less likely that the Fed will lower in the next meeting. And I forget which way it is, but it's whatever way it is, it's the way the market doesn't like, so it's probably less likely. Yeah. Anyway, it's whatever the market doesn't like. It obviously took the market by surprise. All right, so crude is going down as well, although it doesn't. Oh, these are daily charts too. I put it on daily so we could get some perspective. I usually have it on 30-minute, but with everything moving, this is the first day we've moved more than 1% in a month probably. So I thought it might be better to kind of look at daily charts. Here's MicroStrategies gapping down, but still looks pretty good. I mean, but you can see the top, the shorter term moving average is rolling over, and that's how sell-offs start. The last time we got a rollover, MicroStrategies was at 330, something like that. And within a couple of weeks, it was at 230, but then that was a buying opportunity. So we'll see. Here's a little NVIDIA action. I don't know what to say about that. Let's look at NVDY. It doesn't look as good as NVDA, does it? All right. I was up late making a video last night and arguing with AI. Did anyone see the video? It was on at 7:00 this morning. It was about the lightning spread, and it was trying to explain why blocks is doing so well. But it's because the market's up. The blocks is extra bullish and the market's up. So it is good. It's a good fund. It's a great fund. Old SPY T's down 3.5%. Darn. All right, look at old TLT. Now TLT is up, probably obviously because the 10-year is getting crushed. TLT and the 10-year run opposite, but you know, the 10-year coming down is actually is generally good. We don't want the 10-year going up, but on a longer time frame, it's just balancing right here at equilibrium or at the point of control, whatever you want to call it. It'd be point of control, it wouldn't be equilibrium. No one says equilibrium, but it's that's the theory. It's so look at AMD now. I took a sneak peek at the top 20 and we had a change, and number one is AMDY, number one on the list this morning. Boy, Amazon, that is a nasty gap, Amazon. My gosh. And of course, it was earnings, of course, too. I mean, that it was earnings plus the market being down. God, so glad I didn't do anything in Coinbase or any of the Thursday trades. I cut the damage to the one I did earlier in the week, plus GME, plus my call spread. All right. I just wasn't feeling it, but it wasn't because I thought the market was going down. I'd like to say that. Oh, I knew the market was going down. I said, no, it's just one feeling it in general. So listen to the little voice in your head. Euro dollar's up. Even old FEPI's down a point and a quarter. Google down 1.4. All right. Well. Let's look at Tesla. Tesla's holding in there comparatively well. But I think because it's been weaker, as you can see, comparatively weaker, so it may not have as much fluff in it, as much, excess, whatever. It hasn't been bubbling, so it doesn't get hurt as bad on the way down. What I was trying to say. You got 11. VIX is up 23%, but it is good if you're selling stuff. Whatever you sell for next week, you'll get a higher premium. You're writing put spreads in something, the put spreads will pay more. But of course, the risk has gone up as well. It is interesting that VIX is up more than VIVIX. That's kind of a good sign. Let's look at the ratio. VIVIX divided by VIX. Well, when both lines are red, like what happened here, it can be the start of a sell-off, but it doesn't have to be. But the moving averages have definitely rolled over. I know the shorter term one, I don't know if it's rolled over yet. I don't think it has, but the longer term one's rolled over. And then we have the 2-year. And now these are up, but the 10-year's down. It's that old 2s versus 10s. It's the inversion, or the 2 versus 10 spread. They don't like the jobs number, obviously. All right, so let's look at our sorry about that. Let's look at our top 20. I've been staying up too late lately, working too hard. So AMD, look at this. Even after this morning, it still has 27% NAV return. Actually, I don't know if that update's live from VinViz. It probably doesn't. That's probably as of yesterday. Well, no, it was of this morning because they all changed positions. Yeah, it darn sure was. I did it about 9 o'clock right before I came on here. All right. Well, then we have, AMD, 75% yield and nearly 30% NAV return. It's pretty dang good. On the other hand, NVDW with about half the yield and a better NAV return, not twice, but a good NAV return. That's a good option for people. If you don't care about NAV return as much, NVDY might work, or SMCY. And it's not like they aren't getting any NAV return, but they aren't getting a lot of it for sure. Look at, but that doesn't go for COIW, 45% NAV return, 53% yield, pretty dang good. TSMY, QDTY, love when the indexes are on here. Let's see what indexes are on here. Just QDTY. Oh, QDTE dropped off the list. Darn it. And I don't see anything else on the list as far as indexes go. All the indexes are off the list. All right. So let's look at, I'm working on a new spreadsheet. The last thing I was trying to do was too complicated for AI to figure out. And I was just, so I'm going to, but I started with a fresh start like at 2 a.m. and I told AI just to go get the stock trades or the positions from Alti, LFGY, and blocks, and just separate the stock and option trades and put them on a page. And then from there, I did the rest of it. So anyway, here we have, let's start with Alti. We'll start with the Altiverse. We can also look at the Alti weightings. So let's look at the Alti weightings. There's the Alti weightings coming into today. And did they not have cash, or it made, I bet they did, but I think the AI may have missed the cash or something. Anyway, so here's the Altiverse, and it's ugly morning except for UVIX. Great job. Great job doing that. That was awesome that Jay and them did that. Reddit's up? Are you serious? Okay. And First Solar? Really? Reddit's up? Wow. That's impressive. Anyway, but we look at the option positions. Maybe they messed up and put cash over here. Yeah, they did. Cash. But anyway, so the cash is 5.79%. So now let's look at LFGY, calling this page the Crypto Trinity. Alti's not really crypto, but it has a lot of DeFi in it. And in LFGY and this other ones, these are the best, in my opinion, ways to get exposure to that part of the economy in the high yield space. So let's see what we have going on here. So these are the weightings. So they have a big weighting in IBIT, but that's not doing too well this morning. And that Coinbase is, MicroStrategy is 9%. So this one is going to be hurting for certain. And I was in a hurry. I should have put I should have put the price of Alti at the very bottom so we could see, but or the price of each stock. I'll have to fix that later. It's ugly. We probably don't want to see it. I haven't looked at my Tasty Trade yet. All right, so here we have Blocks. Now here's Blocks' weighting. So Blocks is heavy in HODL and money markets. So that's, and I think they also have a bunch of ETHA. I don't know why it didn't pick that up. Stock positions. Well, here's the Blocks verse. Of course, everything's down. Except the money market, of course. But anyway. All right. And so here's Blocks' option positions. Where's Blocks' stock positions? All right, here. Yeah, I don't know about that. I'll have to look into it. I thought they had a bigger position in that. But anyway, all right. So, but anyway, at least we have the Altiverse and everything where we can at least take a look at it. I'll fix it where the other stuff's on there too. All right. So I don't want to look at my Tasty Trade account right now. Let's look at something else though. Let's take a look over here at the index buffer report. All right. What do we got going on here? Let's look at it this way. It's better. Gosh darn it. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. I want to share the screen. All right. Well, Feed and 5E, obviously, they're always down the most, or SVOL. SVOL's hanging in there today. SVOL and ZVOL are somehow SVOL's hanging in there today. Great job, SVOL. Look at all YSPY. Selling leveraged puts is not not fun when the market's down. YQQ is hanging in there. It's my best performing ETF in the model portfolio today is all YQQ. All right, yield max buffer report. Nothing. Well, we have some good news. We have GDXY. Then we have actually InFly. That thing's a monster. Somehow outperforming the parent asset. That's wonderful, isn't it? All right. Now let's go to maybe FinViz or OptionStrat. Anything you guys want to look at? We can definitely look at it. Hey, Dan, how are you doing? Thanks for being here. Yield Max changed my life. Thanks for being here. I hadn't seen you around before, but I appreciate you being here. Will they cut rates? Yeah, I mean, who knows? Who knows? It's not so much the rate cut; it's what everyone thinks they're going to do, right? I mean, even if they do cut rates, by the time that happens, sometimes the market goes the other way. I mean, I stopped trying to figure it out years ago. I just look at the gaps and the supply and the demand and that kind of stuff, and I listen to what Mark says. Mark's the man, and Marcus and Dan. But Mark especially is real into a lot of stuff I look at too. So maybe that is Mark. Yield Max changed my life. Mark, did you get a new avatar and stuff, or maybe it's somebody different? Anyway, whoever it is, thank you for being here. Hey, yeah, Dan, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's my 8-year sober anniversary. I need to do something fun today, but trying to think. Well, I'll figure it out. But let's just get through this. All right, so let's look over. It's going to be ugly, but let's look at bar chart and then OptionStrat and see if there's any good news in here. And there's going to be one piece of good news. It's going to be Jay's position. Look at this. Jay's trade up $2 million or 8.2%. You got to freaking love that. Why didn't I put this trade on? Or I wouldn't have done this trade, but why didn't I buy a UVIX call spread? Or why didn't I do a UVIX risk reversal? Sell puts to buy well, yeah, I could have done that. Well, is that what Jay did? Jay's been copying us. Look at this. Well, no, not really, because he sold this put, he bought this put. So that's actually a bearish put spread, but then he paired that with the long calls. Whatever. It's so a bear put spread plus long calls. That's interesting. Anyway, whatever he's doing it right, but he's maxed out over 20. If you saw my video today, now here's the other thing. Look at how this makes money. So right now he's up 2 million. So he's not really maxed out in this time frame. Let's go by the end of the day. If it keeps appreciating, so can this fund. Or if volatility stays here till the 15th, which it won't, but if it did, he would make 5 million. So I bet you he takes this off and does something else with it. It'll be interesting to see if they roll it and stay in this same stock. And that's what I would do if I was them. I would take it off and put half the profits in the same position again. And then they have a free hedge. And if the market keeps going down, this will keep profiting. And if not, so be it. So be it, but they won't lose any money. If the market rockets right back up, they'll be even on this. Their hedge would have been free, and then they will, and then of course, but their other stuff will benefit. And that's the same exact trade I did in April. I had a hedge on in SPY puts, but it's the same thing. It went way up when the market dropped the first time, took half of it off and put it on, and then the market kept going. I kept rolling. I rolled 3 times after that. But then I rolled the 4th time and lost a little bit of money. I mean, it's not no such thing as free money, of course, but it was a nice April. I wasn't prepared for this one, though, because I didn't have any hedges on. So anyway, bad on me. All right, so I'm really kind of hoping this turns into like a 1 or 2 day event. And it doesn't turn out to be that big of a deal. Let's just for fun, I'm just going to look. So I was looking at two different strategies on how to play this, the one I didn't play, but I just thought I'll do it on paper. So had I done the risk reversal, it would be hurting this morning because the market has made a drop. And remember, it was up here, it was up a couple $1,000. Now it's down here. Looks like I still have the take my wife to dinner money. It looks like unless it drops another 7%, you're going to go ahead and make the credit. But in this case, the skew trade would have worked out better where the broken wing butterfly. Like I said, it doesn't matter because I didn't do either of them. When the market turns around bullish next time, I'm going to put on a skew trade like this because, man, that would have been sweet. That would have been sweet. And this one expires. Well, it doesn't expire until next week. So by next week, anything could happen. But if I had this one on in real life, I would take it off this morning. That is a nice winner. And if I had on the other one, to be honest, I would have taken it off when it was up $2,000. That I may have spent $1,000 and rolled it out to try to keep it going. If it kept going that way, I would have lost half of it, but I wouldn't have lost all of it. Anyway, well, it's all woulda, coulda, shoulda if you don't, until you do it. And I was chicken with good cause last night. But anyway, let's look here at bar chart, see if what's going on in option land really quick. Most active options. So, that's the usual suspects. Nothing to see there. Top covered call ideas. Let's get the full list and see what's going on there. Okay. But that's not going to be Mark. Mark's not going to say yield max changed my life. Mark would say, SPY changed my life or cover calls changed my life. That's got to be somebody else. Whoever it is, I'm glad yield max changed your life. It is an amazing, not free money, of course, but it is an amazing ETF. All right. So here's this SBET, man. Open. Of course, everything's going to be down today. I just want to see if there's anything new on the list. What's this ASTS? That sounds like something that should be in Alti. In fact, I think it may be. They have several that start with A's. I guess I could go back and look at the Crypto Trinity. Let's go over here to the Alti stock positions, or that's Alti option positions. Well, I guess we could see it there too. ASTS, there it is. Jay's on top of this one. So he's got the 45 call sold, and he's bought a couple of tranches of puts, but actually look at this. That's right. He's even. I thought he had more puts than calls. So they're locked out of any damage under 49. So let's go back over here. And ASTS is trading at 50. But right now, if a guy wanted to initiate a position, you could sell the 60 call going out 49 days. That's a long way that's too long to go out for me. But anyway, but be it as may, it's interesting. CIFR, never heard of that one before. $5, you could sell the 6 call for 40 cents. Essentially pick up the stock for $4.60 if you want some of that stock. QUBT, UUU, Oklo, Open, SoundHound, Rocket Lab. Everything looks good. These are ones that might look good next week. This Rocket Lab has a lot of premium in it. Have I seen K Gold curve found trying out to perform? Yeah, I haven't seen that. I will look into that. Yeah, and everyone, hit like and subscribe, Dan. Thanks for reminding me. Getting some block and some SPMO. Yeah, I love that distribution's so high. You've been all over that one, Marcus. I've been like, I don't understand it well enough. And you're like, what's to understand? You've explained it to me. You said it's going to be steady. You aren't worried about that, anyway. But yeah, you've been all over that, Marcus, and that was That was a good pick. That was a great, great, great pick. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get out of here and go do some other stuff, but I'll be back with some more content later. I might even have some special content for my 8-year sober anniversary or something. We'll see. But I got to do some errands, and then I'll be back at 2:30 regardless. All right, guys. Thank you very much. I appreciate y'all being here this morning, and I will talk to you later.